Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Amy's Artistic Galore, and in this video I am going to be checking out with you some various other miniature cameras that I posted not too long ago on my channel. You should check them out if you haven't. So let's get right into it. So 4K Ultra HD. There are various different prices, but we're just gonna see, which ones are good, which ones aren't, and just so you could be more familiar with it and maybe it's something you are interested in looking into, or it's in your price range even, or like if you want to buy it, like that would be even better. Okay, and so like 37.4K, $70. So save $17, all right. Okay, let's see there. Akaso EK7000, 4K 30 FPS, 20 MP Wi-Fi action camera with EIS, Ultra HD, 131 FT, waterproof, underwater. Okay, so I love how there's actually underwater waterproof cameras. And what's funny is that I made a video like 13 days ago about waterproof gear, waterproof cameras, and this is actually one of the things I stumbled upon, and I think it's the exact same one. It could be slightly different, I'm not sure, but we're still going to get into this one and check it out. And camera remote control, 4x zoom support, external microphone in black. Right, and I want to show you right here. You guys can see that this is the case itself, and so it is waterproof if you get into it, and there's a little tripod, and just turn it and then you can get it at a certain angle, which is really nice. So say that you're into like underwater photography, that's something to actually look into. Okay, and not all the cameras, the miniature cameras that I have are charged up. Before I start getting into more reading, I just want to apologize to anyone if anybody has gotten offended by watching my videos if I say the word Canon wrong or Nikon wrong, or like any of the camera names wrong. I don't intentionally mean to say it wrong. Somebody, okay, so I joined TikTok recently. Long story short, somebody got offended of how I said Canon wrong, and I don't intentionally say it wrong, but it's just more of my accent, and that's not something I can't help. So yeah, anyway, back to reviewing. So the brand is Akaso, and still to me that sounds like a that really does sound to me like a salsa name for some reason. I have no idea why. And video capture resolution is 4K, so that's really good, and clearly you can see it on here, 4K EK7000, but just specifically right here, which is really good quality. It is something I would look into personally if I wanted to buy one of these cameras if I didn't have one myself. This is a good price range for $60, and the ratings are amazing. Okay, and let's see. So it's mostly 5 stars out of 70%, which is really good. And the 1, 2, and 3 star, which are really low, but some people I think can just be really picky about the smallest detail, or maybe they had a slightly bad experience. Like, everyone's gonna have their own different opinions. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you say live in Florida and you can buy one of these cameras, and I would imagine, I've never been to Florida myself, but you can get some really good shots underwater if water is good. I hear the beach and the water, like under the water, can be scary depending on what level you're in. So you'd have to obviously wear some scuba gear to avoid shark detection. Okay. Superb image stabilization. With the interrogated electronic image stabilization, your Akaso, and I feel like I am butchering that. EK7000 action camera can deliver spectacularly smooth and steady videos. This camera does not have HDR or night vision function. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Video will not good in customer record video in low light condition. And so, yes, yeah, that's true. And I didn't see it on there. Maybe, okay. All right, so I have a little confession to make. Just the other day, I decided to test out the cameras to see what lighting it could take and how the lenses would react to it. So I went outside with no lighting, no clouds. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the graphics, because what first came to mind was it's not something up a photographer's alley, because you don't want to take pictures and lighting with no clouds outside and very bright lighting, because you're going to get these really blurry, high contrast photos, if that makes sense. And if you have experienced that, then you know what I'm talking about. The best way I can explain it is kind of pixelated photos, which that makes no sense. So it reminded me of one of those vintage games that you would play on a little Game Boy in the early 2000s. So I thought, like, the pictures are pretty cool and the quality is amazing, but it's also not something I would post for my photography skills with that bright amount of lighting and high contrast, because that's not good. But I did take some pictures later on, and I made a small, like, 3-minute video, and the pictures turned out pretty decent. No editing on here, so if you're not someone who likes to edit, then, like, okay, then this might be for you too, because say that you're even too busy to edit because you have a variety of other things going on, then again, look into this, because it just might be for you. Okay, so each battery for 1080p about 90 minutes, 4K 2K about 60 minutes. So that, yeah, like, it's gonna last you 1 to 2 hours. That's good. That is good. Oh my god, the SD cards are so small. They're micro, of course, which got it out right quick, and I'm gonna show it the best way I can. Do you guys see that? Well, I mean, you can't even see the words. If you can, that would be incredible. Props to you. But it is so small. Oh my gosh. That came from this camera, and whenever you get an SD card, please make sure to take care of it properly. Like, don't lose your SD card, because that's how you can take your photos. And when you turn on your camera, because if you lose your SD card, you won't be able to take any photos. And if you have, say, 100 photos stored up, that's basically a memory card, to put it simply. And if it's gone, you can't find it, you left it at a friend's house and they can't find it, or if nobody can find it that you know of, then you lose those photos, and high chances is that you might not find them. You might not get your SD card. And I'm sure there's other ways to restore your previous photos if you run into a situation like that. I've never been in a situation like that personally, so if you run into a situation like that, hopefully you don't. But yes, please take care of your SD cards and make sure you don't lose them. These pictures right quick. But first, it says value for money is good, quality is good, picture quality is good, easy of use, functionality, accessories, video quality. That's all good. All good. Okay. This is beautiful, and I don't know what types of fishes these are. Okay, a fish is a fish to me. It's so beautiful though, and like that's with no editing as far as I know, because with the editing it would have been a little bit brighter and there would have been more volume and texture. Usually that's the case from what I can imagine, and just from my experience too. And the fact that there's none of that, but it still looks really good, that just goes to show of you can buy a camera and even you don't have to do editing, but your pictures can still look really good with a camera that has good quality, but it's also like 4K, which is very, very good. Like, oh, that's really nice. Yeah, School of Fish. Okay. So P Night. 5 stars, just right. We took this with us to Hawaii for a snorkeling trip and we're happy with our pictures. Took us a little bit to work out how to use once we were in the water and ensure great pics, especially as we typically wear glasses to see. Happy with the purchase and price point. Oh, I would be too. Oh my gosh. And Hawaii is so beautiful. I've never been there myself, but just from what I've heard, it's a very beautiful place. If you have been there, like, what is it like there personally? And I would look like a strawberry if I went there. My skin, because it's so pale. Anyway, it's a cute puppy dog. Deborah M. Decent quality, can do fine better, but worth it for the price. So far, everything is nicely packaged. It includes mini mount pieces, and the water seal case is very sturdy. That's good to know, because in some cases, you could think that there's the what ifs of the camera, well, not the camera, but the water might leak through into the camera, into the case, and like, what if the camera itself isn't waterproof? What if it's just a case, you know? That's something that I would worry about too, not gonna lie. And so I would want to be aware of that. And thank you, Deborah, so much for giving that out. Let's check some more. That's pretty. What kind of fish is that? I don't know. Do you guys know what these fishes' names are? Are you a fish professional? I like the volume and the colors on here. That's really nice. Like, again, this is pretty good with no editing. Camera shots underwater. Worked great underwater. Paired with my phone. Worked as advertised, if not even better. You won't have any buyer remorse. It's worth every penny. Thank you, RB Lacey. Okay, and then there's some people right there. Okay, this one's a floral. Grief. Blech. Can't speak sometimes. Okay, Fox. Why does it look cloudy? Okay, it looks cloudy, guys. Or maybe that's just me. Love this. The quality is not bad for the price. I'd recommend this to others. The only thing I had to purchase was a stick, a tripod, K-Fox. So thank you. The battery life was good. They also give you 2 batteries so you can charge both and change in the middle of whatever you are doing for long-lasting life. It's super small and easy to carry with you wherever you go. 10 out of 10 for the price. And speaking of the batteries, I'm going to link them down in the description below, along with the cameras that I have currently and a bag that I have, just so you guys can check them out and maybe you can look into them and see if you want to buy them yourself. Right here, it's super small. because my Canon battery is a lot bigger. It's like 4 times bigger to me from what it looks like, and I could show you, but it's charging up at the moment. So yeah, anyway, but this actually goes in those tiny little cameras, if you can believe it or not. And I will be linking these down in the description box below, just so you can check them out. Would you guys buy a backpack, or would you buy an organizer, a little carry-around bag? What kind of bag would you buy for your camera gear, or just for a camera in itself? I'm genuinely interested because I like to keep my camera related stuff, my camera gear organized, just so it's not like clinking around everywhere and messy. That's gonna give me a little bit of anxiety. All for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye.